Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just Fed, where I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Yes. Last episode we finished off the Hildebrand questline, basically leaving us with one more thing to do in Heavensward. Or, well, one little aspect of Final Fantasy XIV to still do in Heavensward. Which, if you haven't noticed already, is gatherers and crafters. So anything that has to do with gathering and crafting in Heavensward, we're gonna clear that right now. Like right now, not in this episode only, because there's a lot of stuff to do. But I will be doing a stretch of just gathering and crafting related things. So like the job quests and a couple of new things that have been unlocked, or that I can go and unlock. But we're first going to do the job quests, then we're going to do those optional little things. And then after that, it's time for us to continue the story in the patches. Also, there's still the big fishing quest, which is honestly the biggest reason why I want to get all of this done, so I can take my time with trying to catch the big fish that quest requires you to catch, because they are ridiculous to catch. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Anyway. Hello. Well, Lynn, as I live and breathe, I don't suppose you'd be interested in a commission, would you? The guild just received a request from Sellsword in Ishgard. I know how that sounds, but it's a company that's been charged with doing a mineral survey, and they need an expert's eye. Their captain is an old Don too, one who's familiar with the guild's way of doing things. Now, Ishgard's territory is untamed and dangerous, but it's worth it to go where no miner has come before, and I urge you to accept. Lynette can supply proof that you're a genuine guild member if you do. I take it you're the one to explore the mineral wealth of Ishgard? Excellent. Well, the mercenaries will send for you are employed by one of the high houses. These papers will serve as proof of your position. As will technically be employed by House Fortin, I think the courteous thing to do is to go to their manor and speak with the knight. The best of luck to you. House Fortin! We will also be doing these job by job, basically. That's how I'm thinking about doing this. So first finishing the miner, then the botanist, then the fishing, like the fisher, then the carpenter, and so on and so forth. What brings an adventure to our doorstep? You mean me, who you should know? An envelope stuffed with identification papers drawn up by the Miners Guild Master, Adalberto. Of course, the expert from the Miners Guild. Welcome, miss, welcome. You are one of a very few outsiders with the honor of serving House Fortins. Indeed, the Count has but recently seen fit to hire foreign sellswords with their experience and knowledge of the lands. You are to work with Ocean's Raiders, one such a company under our banner. Their captain, Heimerick, can be found between jobs at the Forgotten Knight. No doubt he is enjoying the excellent ale. Also, I'm thinking about, like, once we have finished the fishing job quests, then at that point we're also going to go and finish that one big fish catching quest. So, you know, keep that in mind. You're the one to come help us with the mineral survey. Pleasure to have you, my friend. I am Heimerick, captain of Ocean's Raiders. You'll like working with us. Me and the lads, we take pride in what we're doing. Wars are lost for want of resources as often as want for valor. And we can all be dragon slayers. That attitude's won us the Count's trust. So when the jobs come down from House Fortins, I'm the one who decides how to get done. Which is to say, my word's the only one that matters. Are you willing to take orders from me? Huh, good lass. Of course I'll keep you clear of the monsters and the like. The trouble's got a nasty habit of finding us raiders. The time might come when you've got to swing that pickaxe in self-defense. There's all manner of wild beasts out there. Leave them to the captain and me. You just worry about not pissing your own breeches. Excuse him, Lynn. He's just young and stupid. Very, very stupid. He's so new to this life that he's almost got eggshells stuck to his fat little head. So we call him Hatchlin. Captain's got fun nicknames for all of us. Tradition, he calls it. So, what's yours to be? You're a professor or something, right? So, what about professor? Bloody simple, isn't it? But that'll make it for easy remembering. Alright, Professor, it is. And that wraps up your initiation. If you've got nothing to do for the time being, a job will come from Heavensward Tom soon enough though. So make yourself ready for when it does. I apparently leveled up from that. How much XP did I get through that? 210,000, okay, that makes sense. Hey, look at all this gear that I don't care about because I've got better gear myself. Anyway. Professor, we got a job from Heavensward Tom, so you ready for the first time out with the raiders? Good, good. We're going to survey the Western Highlands and see if we can find any veins of mithrite. I'll need you to dig samples from the area and see if there's enough ore to mine proper. I'll meet at the south end of the Black Iron Bridge. Me and the lads will... I'll go ahead and clear out some of the monsters before we get there. Don't keep us waiting too long. I recently watched somebody play through like parts of Realm Reborn, and the music is just... The quest music is just like, oh yeah, right, that is different. So off camera, I did buy, like, I would say just about the best stuff that I could at this point. Which is item level 100. Well, I wouldn't say like the best stuff I could have had, but like the stuff that I would need to finish the quests is basically the idea. Because I'm gonna, at a later point, make, I think, better gear with Fred and then just give it to Lynn once all of her jobs are level 80. And then we can just, then we should be set for like a long time. Glad you joined us, Professor. Lads, stop up your gobs. Muscles hatchling. And what is the other one? No, okay, just only muscles and hatchling. Hatchling, keep watch. Don't want any taking us anywhere. Muscles, scout out what routes could be useful for taking all back to Ishgard. I want the pros and cons of each too. All of you keep up your guard and don't get cocky. It was done for you, Hatchling. Professor, start digging for mithrite down by the Gorganger Holden. Come back when you've pulled a few bits of ore out of the ground. 10 chunks will be proof of mithrite in these outcroppings, and that'll be enough for Heavensward Tom to develop the area. Now, raiders, to your duties. Alright, mithrite. That is up here. So there's a fun little thing in Heavensward, specifically. Like from Heavensward onward. I think mainly Heavensward, I've noticed. Is that there's a lot of like stuff that you would need for a lot of crafting that is hidden. So your chance of encountering it are based on RNG. At least for the moment. Right. So this over here is just like a lucky little thing. Like it's either this or like treasure maps that you can run into. I could increase my chance of, like, I could increase the amount that I get, but no. I want to show you that not every one of these has. Although, somehow I feel like the game won't give me that chance. Hey, nice. Got lucky. Right. Mithrite is used a lot in Heavensward crafting materials, like an obscene amount. So I would definitely suggest, like, before you start doing anything crazy in crafting, and you're wanting to like gather your stuff yourself, I would highly suggest continuing with the gathering quests, because at some point at level 55 over here, you get Luck of the Mountaineer. You can use 200 GP and just find the hidden thing. So I would highly suggest clearing the level 55 job quests for both botanist and miner. And if you're willing to, like, if you want to catch any big fish, or like start catching a lot of the rarer types of fish, I would also suggest only starting to do that once you have gotten the skills from level 60, because before that it's going to be a ridiculous pain in the ass. You found 10 bits of mithrite. Can't go home till you do. Huh. I'd say it was well worth the trouble to hire a proper miner from Ulda. Captain, we got wounded. Must also get him to Falcon's Nest. Camp River meets the river meets closest, but that's more trouble than it's worth. Surveying sounds like a safe enough task when you've got an army, but we don't have an army. It's a miracle we didn't lose any men this time round. Ah, but that's a Sellsword's lot, isn't it? So knights are brave, honourable people, all competing to see who is bravest and most honourable. They'll throw themselves into dragonfire to win to win honour in the eyes of the high hearts. But not a one of them will jump for this kind of work, so they'll find someone who's willing to do it, and pass it off to them. Sometimes that's their own men, and sometimes it ain't. Captain, are you saying one of ours could have been killed because the nobles think themselves too bloody good for the work? Aye, that's the long and short of it, but Hatchin, I'm the one who offered up the raider services. The work's dangerous, but we win favour doing it. And Heavensward Toms, they're fair-minded folk. They will give us better when the time comes. But to get it, we've got to be able to put our swords forward, no matter what. That's how you become successful as a sellsword. Short business, if you ask me. If you can get out, by all means get out. None of my lads came to this life willingly. Some drifted into it, others came tumbling down to it. There's one who stuck to a crime and lost his home. Another lost a lover and needed a new home. There's only one breed of strays I don't take. Them would want a place to die. They're bad for business and bad for the company. So tell me, Atchlin, why are you here? I came because I want glory and a name. I want to win myself one of them. Wrong something place for you then, but I'll keep you. You're not half bad with a blade. Well, let's get back to Ishgard. I'd kill for a hot bowl of soup after it's cold. The quests, of course, also aren't going to be super involved, as far as I am aware. At least the the gathering ones. The crafting ones are going to take a little bit more work, since I'll have to actually get the materials myself, unfortunately. Which won't be easy. I seem to, in any case, recall it being a little bit of a pain in the butt, but yeah. We'll get to that when we get to it. Seems our wounded lad will make a full recovery, Professor. Fast enough to join us the next time out, even. Really, I'm blessed to have this lot. Hell's even Hatchling's a better sword than I was at his age. Anyway, keep honing your instincts, eh? Our next job's like to be harder and dirtier than this one. And you'll want to be sharp for it. Right, we get a hammer, and we also learn a new skill. In breaking new ground as a miner, you have learned Stone Whisperer 5. While the Whisperer trait, Stone Whisperer for miners, 3 Whisperer for botanists, grant you the ability to recognize the gathering notes hidden in characteristic. There are some characteristics that require the acquisition of further traits to uncover. Even then, the characteristics will not always be visible. So, when they are, do not miss out on the chance to exploit them. That is the wrong thing. I want to go to this one. Press P for something. Where are you, buddy? Where is this trait? It's a trait. I should look in traits. Stone Whisper. Allows you to better identify the characteristics of a mineral deposit or rocky outcrop, further improving chances of enhanced gathering when conditions are met. So, before you could have a situation where it would be like, oh yeah, now your chances to get extra, like the percentage chance to get a double, would be increased, and you would also have a chance to literally get double the amount of stuff. This skill over here unlocks the ability to get, I think in very rare occasions, you get 4 times the amount, or you get a buttload of times to mine, basically, or to gather. Both miner and botanist have these skills. And here's a skill that we want. Professor, I was just looking for you. Tell me, where do you find quality titanium? Maybe I should start at the beginning. Heavensward Toms is to take the van in a new offensive against the Dravanians alongside the Temple Knights. It's a risky gambit, and they'll need the very best gear to succeed. Blades that won't blunt against dragon scale and armor that'll withstand Dravanian class. Normal metals just won't cut it. Which takes me back to titanium. The smithies tell me it's the only metal that'll serve, and they need a proper reserve to armor all the knights. So do you happen to know where we might find a goodly vein of ore? Your expression's telling me you don't. Well, it's a good thing I'm prepared then. Here, It's to sample titanium ore. Take that to your guildmaster and see if she can tell you anything. I mean, I know exactly where I need to be, but, you know. I am just a ghost puppeteering Lynn. I am not Lynn herself. Right. I love the fact that there is a freaking company called Ass. Freaking company, that's good stuff. Then gods, feels like an age since you last spoke. Tell me, how are you enjoying prospecting up north? You must have a tale or two. Large enough chunk as to be a guide for large deposits. More titanium as this? Oh, Why does no one ever come to visit? Why does no one ever just come to visit me? All work and no play for the guildmaster. Let me take a look, Adalberta. There's something about this here sample. Work. Is that all you can think of? God, the two of you. Fine, take it. Then you're in need of a location to mine more of these, yes? The thing is, I've seen this the same ore before. It was back when I was little, more than a cub. Someone brought it to Father for appraisal. A hunter who found it while working in the Divine Forelands. Father had never seen its like before, but he recognized it as titanium. I tell you, this sample is a spitting image of that ore. Glad you were looking so closely, White Gully. I remember now, Deep Canyon did tell me of that ore, and said it was extremely pure. And if the hunter found it in the Divine Forelands, the reserve may well be there. It said titanium is rare, and the hunter may have just found it by chance, but go and see what you can dig up. If you do find a vein, maybe that'll help settle my debt to you. Freaking arms on this dude, Jesus Christ. It's like, those arms are like the freaking size of Lynn's waist. It's kind of wild. Why am I going here? Oh, right, I need to show it to the dude. It's like, aren't I supposed to go mining in the Ravanian Foreland? Bum 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 bum. Bum. Hello. Professor, have you found out anything? Ravanian Forelands, eh? And the deposits like to be in the Chocobo Forest. Hunters don't leave the area for fear of dragons. Of course, 2 chunks of titanium don't mean a proper load, but it's a good lead, and I'm willing to bet on it. It's time to summon the lads. We'll see you in the Chocobo Forest, Professor. I do really enjoy the fact that there's just not that many job quests to go through anymore. Honestly, like the prospect, yeah, a minor joke. The prospect of like having to start like all of the characters from 0 to 50 was like, oh man, I was like, okay, here we fucking go. Just like anything, like all the stuff in the Rhymer board is so much work. It's ridiculous. I mean, it does really help like building up a lot of different things though, so I like it. Good, that's a lot of us raiders. The lads got all their orders, so let's get to it. Captain, I don't understand. Why ain't you having the raiders know the lay of the land, guard our flank? Why? Why? That's a good question, actually. Muscles, you take the perimeter. Alright, Professor, you know the drill. If you can find 10 samples of titanium hereabouts, that'll be proof enough of a load of ore beneath these trees. Lynn, hang back with me. I'll need a runner if I need to change my orders. Now, lads, move out. Okay. Why can I... Is my game lagging? Oh, yes. I am DCing, I think. No? That was weird. Titanium, Chocobo Forest. Literally just in this area. Just gonna use this and then I'll find a vein. And I got lucky enough, and I also have more integrity. Let me go and get King's Yield. Oh, damn. Didn't even think about that properly. Come on, give me the lucky thing? No. Oh. Then I will have more than I need. Well, whatever, I'll just get more in general. I can sell it on the market board, or maybe even use it for crafting later on. Something tells me that I will probably need to do that anyway. Have you found the 10 chunks of ore? Can you find them? Huh. You've rightly earned your pay today, Professor. This sort of proves there's a load of titanium here worth mining. And the lads come through with little more than a scratch on him. I'll have my head held high when I tell the Count. So then, Captain, Muscles ain't come back yet. Said he was going to clear the road home and went off on his lonesome. Give Muscles leave to do as he is fit. The man's never been beat by monsters or men, and his service record's spotless. He can handle himself just fine. Why do you keep me on a bloody leash then? I've never been beaten by a monster either. Aye, and if that holds true for 10 name days, I'll think on it. But if I let you off the leash now, you're like to get killed. You're just too young, hatchling. Says you, Captain. Whoopsie. Monsters are no more. They will not come again for a time. That's good. That's a good man. Muscles? That's a good man, Muscles. Now, let's get back to his guard. Heimrich! My god, you have to employ the Heimrich maneuver. You see, sometimes, my friends, I try to be funny. Which, you know, may have an effect. Did I get a chuckle out of you with that stupid joke? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Or maybe I'm just the perfect type of background noise and I'm just in the background babbling. No, cat. It's 30 degrees. Jesus. No, I said no. Ow, 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 ow. Just stop. Son of a bitch. Get off me. Life of a cat owner. It's 30 degrees. I'm fucking melting in my room and she's like, I want to be on your lap. I'm like, no. No, I will die. And then, you know, she tries to jump on. I try to stop her and she puts her claws right into my legs. And also into another place, which was very unpleasant. Anyway. Ashratans was right. Right pleased with what we did today. And that thanks is owed to you. Our raiders are running like a proper army these days. Everyone understands their place and does their duty. Not even Hatchling. The lad's got a bright future if I can buff the edges off of him. The young, eh? Bunch of cocky arses. See more than a few lose their lives over stupid quarrels of honor. We're not worth worrying over the dead, is it? Anyway, Professor, that'll be a new work coming. Till then, just keep on mine. Stop. Go away, please. Come on. Just give up. Just lay down and leave me alone. Alright, so you've learned Luck of the Mountaineer, which allows us to find hidden items even if we don't find them. Or like basically show the hidden items and be able to collect them. We've got new marching orders, Professor. This time we're to explore some uncharted lands and see if there's anything of mineral value beneath it. Problem is this land's in the Devonian hinterlands, just beyond the Horde, and they're not overly fond of us, in case you forgot. Now you may be wondering how we landed this job. Some don't take kindly to Heavensward's our successes. These people are demanding ridiculous things now, and the Count has calling us to deliver. But it's not all bleak news. Word is that there is a little settlement of venturers sprung up in the hinterlands. The lads now will go in ahead and see if they'll let us up camp there. They'll let us set up camp there. We'll meet in the Maker's Quarter. Ought to be safe enough there. Just come when you're ready. That one night talked going by airship, so I told them none of us needs to be none of us need to call in. But be careful of the dragons all the same. Oh, the unicorn is just on there. I was wondering, like, huh, is it just... I just noticed. Mount guides. Let's get my mount roulette. Since it do be more fun that way. Bum, 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 bum. Right. I am currently playing with one hand, lest you wonder. So the other hand is occupied with a cat. Who I think if I don't give attention, she will just try to continuously jump on my lap. Now some people may say that I'm very mean to my cat. At the same time, like if I let my cat like walk over me constantly, the result will be that like as far as I'm experienced with animals, like once an animal learns that it can do something, it will keep doing it. So if I don't show her her place, basically, like if I don't show her that I'm the boss, then she's going to just walk over me, and that is a problem. I mean, I think this is a bigger thing for like dogs, but it also kind of works on cats. Right. Professor, right, glad to see you made it safe here. Or here safe, whatever. Now to work. The old sea's got no idea what's here. Could be dirt or it could be gold, so we're to find out what minerals are beneath the ground. My friend here is a proper naturalist. We've got a professor already, so I've taken him to call him Rocky. 2 academics. We're moving up in the world, lads. Now, Rocky will need something to examine. Digging it up is your job. Professor, get a few samples, 3 should do it, and bring him back here to me. Godspeed. Let's gotta investigate some mining points. So we get to enjoy this wondrous music. Boom, boom, boom. Then a chunk of unidentifiable ore from the mining deposit. Or mining point, whatever. Yeah. That was a pretty good reaction out of me. Right. Give me this. Hand it over. That's all you have. Right. Bork, 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 bork. Yes, a cat and a dog, my friends. One makes a lot of noise, the other one demands a lot of attention. Oh, what is life? But a miserable joke. From time to time, but whatever. It's funny. Have you found some? Never before have you seen such luster in an ore, though in your short time in the realm you have yet to see much of yours as ore. That's my professor. Now, Rocky, earn your keep. What are these samples? Dear me. These all contain hard silver. It's a metal worth twice its weight in gold. Why, if you but dig a little deeper, you might find a mountain of the stuff. Ha! That's music to my ears. Professor, let's see if we can prove there is a mountain beneath our feet. You know what to do. Find me 10 chunks of ore. Let's... now we need to find hard silver. Which is up this way. Got all hard silver. Yeah! Don't even ask me why that happened. I think I was thinking of Octopath 2. Which I still need to finish. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, but there's no hard silver in there. Is hard silver a hidden item? Okay. The reason why it wasn't in there is because the hidden item was replaced with a treasure map. As is what happens a lot. Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, let me just go and grab this. You can like get a map every 18 hours? Or is it every... I think... I don't... Or is it just every 24 hours? Could also be the case. I was about to say I cannot gather another map. So that fucking outcropping is just gonna be useless. There's more now. There be more. So yeah, a lot of Heavensward really is just like... Look for the hidden things. But it also gives you an ability in Heavensward that allows you to, you know, just find for the hidden things, even if you can't immediately see them. Yeah, I'll just get this. Alright, there's 5. I need another 5. Hey, nice. There we go. Come on, I just gave you so much attention. And she always does it when I'm recording too, by the way. You know, just FYI. So the moment that I'm talking, I think she just thinks that I'm talking to her or whatever. Or beckoning her or something, and then she's just like, hello. Hello there. If there's any if there's no heart silver to be had, that's fine, Professor. Just don't dally. A Divanian patrol might swing through here any moment. We're a wonder, Professor. Well, Raiders, let's all pack up and get the hells out of here. Captain, we were attacked by mechanical men, and hatchling gave chase. What? He didn't go himself, did he? He did. Stupid boy. If he comes back alive, I'll beat him bloody. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Captain. We don't need to fear them monsters no more. Though it weren't easy putting them down. You arrogant little arse. I told you not to run off on your own. Didn't that penetrate your thick skull? What choice I have, Captain? They were making for the camp. 'Twas us or them. Then why not warn us? Was your link pearl broke? Don't tell me you didn't have the time. But Captain, I... Fine. I'm sorry. No bloody good deed goes unpunished in this ffXIV company. We're done here. Get yourself home to HQ, Professor. I'll see you there. Professor, thank you for today. You always do what I ask of you. Keep a level head and get your job done. Sorry about that business with Hatchlin. I shouldn't have been so hard on the boy. I just want him to grow up proper, like my little brother should have. It was a raider too. Looked a fair bit like Hatchlin, as it happens. But he's long gone. I'll bet everyone and their mother's got a sad story, eh? There's sure to be a new job coming before long. I'll just drown my troubles till then. Professor, you've earned quite a reputation as the miracle miner, and you've carried Aushon's raiders to fame on your back. Hatchlin, not trying to worm yourself a job from this fine night, are you? No, Captain. Just came in at the same time, that's all. He wants a word. Allow me to congratulate you on your latest conquest in the hinterlands. Aushon's raiders are on the lips of every noble. Moreover, your successes have lent weight to the Count's message. Thank you, my lord, but did you come down here just to pay us compliments, or do you have work? Ever the enterprising fellow, I see. Yes, I do have work. The Holy See has begun to speak of mining in earnest. You have been mentioned by name. Huh. We are working our way up in the world. There is one caveat, however. Heavensward Toms cannot promise you any soldiers or workers. You must needs go to the hinterlands unaided, as per the terms of our previous arrangement. Suits me just fine, sir. Captain, why in the seven hells do you agree to that? Wasn't last time dangerous enough for you? Too dangerous, to be honest, but the better we make for the Heavensward Toms look, the more we'll profit in the long run. The long run, even if it means taking jobs like this. Profit? Long run? Captain, they're just fobbing us off, using us for their games. The hell's with it. I've done my level best to raise him proper, and that's what I get for my trouble. Pick at it, arse. Can't find work if you explode just because you hear something you don't like. Well, don't worry about him later. I've got a job to do. We'll look into mining around Littleshire. A bit further back in the hinterlands than last time. Come quick as you can, Professor. come. Come, Stiff. So, Professor, job's off. Monsters attacked us just as we were setting up. 2 Rangers were badly wounded, and Hatchin's gone missing. The lad flew into a rage and gave chase to the monsters, with no idea where he went. And don't even know where to start searching, and to top it all off, it's just me and Muscles. It's my brother all over again. Can't leave Hatchin for that, I can't. Focus on finding someone to help us. Someone to... Right, venturers and treasure hunters live around here. Maybe one of them saw Hatchling. What was her? Midnight Jew, aye, that's the leader. You learn what she knows. Me and Muscles will see what we can find on our own. Also, I got this man off camera. Whee! My turtle! The turtle with the best flying animation, where it turns into a rocket. One of Hamrick's men's gone missing. That's terrible. Of course I'll help. As a matter of fact, the scouts saw a lad legging it towards the ruling quarter not a bell past. But ever since the last venturer went in and never came back, we keep away from the place. We haven't gotten a good sense. We haven't even got a good sense of what's there. Only one who passes through there is Gobby Merchant. There's the Gobby Merchant. He may be able to help, but I don't know that he will. See, he's a greedy little bugger, and he'll hardly speak a word till he's gotten paid. Last time I tried to deal, he demanded adamantite ore. Can't give you a myth, I say, and the bastard tells me to mine it myself in Az's La, wherever, or whatever that is. To be honest, I reckon he just won't treat with me. I wish I could be more helpful. Last, here, let me ask about it a bit. See if I can't find something else he wants. Nice. Need to go and mine adamantite ore. However, triple question mark. Let me be right back. Okay, after doing myself a little bit of research and going towards Az's La, the area where you could normally mine adamantite is this little island over here. It's in the top of Az's La. However, the way that this works is it's technically a timed collectible. So similar to can I get another example of this? Similar to, for instance, Darksteel, which like only is here from this point to that. It is, like I said, similar but not identical. This is another thing that they have added in Heavensward, where you have sometimes you have a collectibles or gathering nodes that will be available between according to the freaking thing over here in any case. Oh sorry, what am I talking about? Anyway, it will be available either at 12 AM or 12 PM. And then from that point onwards till a certain, I think, amount of time or certain amount of gathering things or something, you can keep gathering it. But it does only appear around that time, so you should be here when that appears. However, since, you know, I am recording and I have the privilege of having well, I don't have that much money anymore, but my main character still has more money. So, you know. I will just buy it from the market board, since I am very much not in the mood to wait around. Which is how a lot of people tend to make their money. Adamantite ore. Any low thing? No, it's only like 40. Fuck me. I'm gonna be right back. Actually, wait, no. I think I'm going to show you guys. I guess I can kind of show you guys this. The thing I'm going to show you guys over here is the Universalis app. On this website, you can look up whatever the hell you need, and it will... not lunar, just normal adamantite, please. Hello? Adamantite ore. Normal. So it will then show you where it's going to be cheapest, which quantity, on like whatever server within your data center. However, it's not always super accurate. It gets updated every now and again. But this is a way that you can find whatever it is you need for a certain price. So for instance, I can buy 5 on Shiva, which seems like a pretty good deal for this amount of money, as opposed to like in the thousands or something I had to pay on Raiden. So another thing I'm going to show off then, since we are, doing this now. Something else that I haven't really shown off or talked about at all is that you can definitely move between servers from your data center, and you can also even move from one data center to another. I don't know how the data center transferring thing works, but when it comes to this, you just go to one of the central Aetherites in either Ul'dah, Limsa, or Gridania, and you can click Visit Another Home World, and then you can just go to whatever server you want. And you'll be sent in a queue sometimes, depending on how many people are going back and forth between different worlds. And now you're just, the world is identical, but you're in a different world. It's kind of weird. But anyway, now with the man types. So with the knowledge that I had before, I now have this that I can buy. So there you have it. Quite simple, really. It's a nice little thing. It's very handy if you're looking for, like if you're crafting a lot, or if you are, for instance, the way that I've been leveling up my crafters off camera is by doing the missions from the Grand Company and you get a buttload of XP from doing these. However, Lynn has the problem where she can't get a lot of the materials because it's too high level. Now I could, in theory, get all these things with Fred and make him and all that jazz, but also I have enough gil, so I tend to just look for the cheapest thing and just buy it on the market board and turn it into raw XP, which is also a thing that people tend to monopolize on too. So, oh well, it gets the market and like the in-game economy kind of going, so I really don't care too much. And what else am I going to do with my money in this game anyway? Uplander want help? Then Uplander give me present of adamantite ore from Azizla. I read of adamantite in book, but think it Uplander just imagining. It just Uplander imaginings. Thank you, friend. You're a good copy, friend. I will help find missing Uplander when I am passing through ruling quarter. I hear sound of feet. See man holding sword. I will guide you and your friends there. My god was singing your praises, Professor. Said you gave him some legendary ore. I'm not really sure what you did, but thank you. He told us that he saw Hatchlin run into the ruling quarter. Best of all, he'll guide us he'll guide us in there. Sounds like a perilous place, but we're bound to follow. Well, me and Muscles are. We'll clear out any monsters so you can follow after us, if you choose to. Right, so let me go and show you the majesty that is this freaking turtle mount, because it is one of my favorite mounts in the game. So I've already seen it like just walking around normally, which is already amazing. I love this thing just walking at fucking maximum speed. But then when it flies, it does this. Because why not? And this keeps reminding me that it's like, it keeps making me think that this is just straight up a reference to Super Adventure Island 2, where it's like a boss, also a turtle, that has like, it flies around like this too, so I keep getting reminded of it, and I just love it. Although the fact that Lynn is able to do this and not fucking die is quite something, because I wouldn't even know how dizzy you would become. Like, I can't even imagine how dizzy you would become from this kind of stuff. I already get dizzy if I like turn around like 4 times or something. Cool, Alexander's stuck in time itself. Such a cool freaking quest. Right. Professor, lend us your eyes. Do you see Hatchin? Captain? Hatchin, you hear me? Keep watch. Captain, last I remember I was fallen, and why'd you come after me? You really need me to tell you why, Raider? I'm so sorry, Captain. Never should have run off like that, if I'd only listened. We've a black mark on our record thanks to you, and you'll pay for it. But I can't wait till you've healed. Oh, okay. More! God, so buff, the professor did all that for me? A plunder gives me desire of my heart. What I am longingly searching for adamantite, I would do it again. Yes, even risk with painful falling. 'Tis a good thing you got off with only painful falling, Hatchin. If the professor hadn't dug up that ore, he might not have found you alive. Professor, thank you. I'm sorry for everything I put you through. Hatchin, I think I owe you a tale. Like my brother, Gevehard. He joined my raiders around the same age as you, and he was every bit as cocky. Wouldn't back down from a fight, nor take an order. But he was my blood. I did my best to rein him in, but it wasn't enough. And one day he went too far. It was just up in the Western Highlands. His temper cost one raider's life, and put the rest in mortal danger. But off he ran all the same. So I left him. I had to. He died alone, and it broke my heart as a brother. But I'll do it again. It was the right decision, as the captain. I'm glad we could save you, Hatchin. Life, it don't give many chances like this. Well, that's enough of that. Muscles, help the lad up. Let's follow our merchant friend out of here. Professor, I have one last task for you. Could you drop this off with Midnight Dew? Wouldn't sit well with me to leave her unrewarded for her help. Also, do you like this pun? The whole truth? Yay. Ah, the pun. Oh, the humanity, the punanity. I don't know. I was trying to make something that didn't really work out. Well, what happened with that missing lad? The only thing between you and the copious amount of gold coins, chalices, and candelabras in this weighty pocket is a nigh on indecipherable knot. Thank the 12 you found him. I appreciate his loot as well. The captain knows me too well. We get back a ways, and I know he'd have taken it to heart if he'd lost a raider. Can't say I knew he had a brother though. More than a few folk go missing in the Western Highlands. What'd you say his name was again? Gevehard. I knew him. He was here. Called himself his failed Sellsword. He was dragging himself up the road when the gobbies found him. Nursed him back to health, and he served Idleshire loyally in exchange for their kindness. Thought the gobbies had to defend themselves. He died fending off enemy advances on the settlement, and they gave him a hero's burial for it. Tell Heinrich, would you? He deserves it now. Still thinking I can use a mount in cities. What? Gevehard lived, but I left him. For years this haunted me. Who he could have been, if only I'd been harder on him. But now that I know he didn't die of failure, I can lay his memory to rest. Thank you, Professor, for this and for hatching. Really something, you know? Man starts to think of becoming a miner when he sees all the good you've done with your pickaxe. Just between us, I think it's time for Hatchin to leave the nest. Keeping him near only clips his wings in the long run. I'll miss him, but he'll be happier as a venturer. The lads and I can't stay here forever neither. The world is wide, and sellswords are needed everywhere. We'll be the most famous company in all of Eorzea. Just you wait and see. But no matter where we go, we'll never forget you, Professor. The miner of Ocean's Raiders. Yeah. This concludes the thing. You can start another one once you reach Stormblood. Right, my friends, that'll be it. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Just How I Was playing Final Fantasy XIV. Next episode, we're going to go and do the Botanist questline. Goodbye.